Sweet. All right. So I have the man, the myth, the legend. His father, I believe, is the godfather of basketball, the Mac Irvin. Um, I don't care what you say. Without him, there's no city basketball. Uh, I'm a huge Chicago guy. Grew up in the North Shore. I can tell you everything you want to know about the Chicago Public League. Um, I graduated Maine East in '99, so and I used to teach at King. So,
Okay.
bro, yeah, with
Yeah,
King, right, Sonny Cox.
yeah, yeah.
Tell me how your papa started that.
I mean, we started like any other parent. He started us out all in sports. We played all the sports. We played basketball and football was our main sports, but we played outside football. We played everything. So, with my dad being in the neighborhood,
Where
he had,
did you guys
he
grow up? What neighborhood?
we grew up in the South Side, right off 107th and Halsted.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
so that's where you got the Jackie Robinson Little League baseball team right off there.
Yeah.
And then we was a part of that growing up. And then we was also part of basketball where my father was doing a lot of stuff with basketball with kids back then. So we grew up on both.
How did he go? How did your pops go? You know what? I want to start an AAU thing.
Well, he's been doing the athletes for better education with Forrest Harris for a long time,
Okay.
back in the '80s. I mean, when they started, they was touching all the kids, So he was already into that. Byron was young at that time, coming up in the '80s. So he's decided to travel basketball because that's where back then it was just like you get some kids together, you travel, you may go play a couple games, but
Yep.
then it was mainly the Nike camp. That's what he was involved in, the Nike camp in the '80s. Then you played, some travel basketball game. It wasn't as huge as then it took off, in the '90s. AAU took off in the '90s, took off when he was one of the pioneers of it, and it just, nationwide. That's when it really took off. But he was involved in all the sports and the neighborhoods, all the different neighborhoods for the kids because he was trying to give kids an outlet, a vehicle for a free education. So he was trying every method possible to try to help out the city of Chicago.
So who was like some of your competitors in the beginning? I don't even know what teams were around back then. Probably
It
the
wasn't
Bulls.
really no competitors
Was
when
there
we was
anybody?
coming up. Nah, it really wasn't no competitors. Even in the '90s, it wasn't no competitors. Everybody came along, started working with my dad. Um, Larry Butler came along late '90s, and he was with
Warriors.
my dad. Yeah, he was
I
with
didn't know
my
that.
dad. Yeah, yeah, my dad started him out. He was all, they was all together. He came up under my father. My father taught him the game, so it really wasn't no competitors back then. And then late '90s, 2000, then you start getting some competitors that come and play.
Um, you've been doing this a long time. The fire's been around forever. Um, who? How did it start with like the Nike stuff and like the big stuff? How did it go from we're playing, just travel to
Well,
circuits and whatnot?
yeah, I mean, it started with the Nike stuff. Nike's been doing the Nike camp forever.
I
That was
remember
the
the ABC.
ABCD.
Yep.
Yeah, the ABCD camp, athletes. I mean, the ABCD camp, and then Sonny Vaccaro
Yep.
back in the '90s, he moved the Nike camp to Adidas. So the Nike still kept that with George Raveling. They still kept all the Nike camps, kept that in place. And then that's when the rivalry started taking place when Sonny Vaccaro went to Adidas. Now that's when the shoe wars started coming into
Yeah.
play because Sonny was on both sides. So when he left Nike to go to Adidas, that's when, the shoe war began because him and George Robbins was best of friends. They was in each other wedding, so on and so forth. So with my father, everybody had major cities. So Nike had all the major cities back then. You saw Chicago, New York, down south in LA, you know, so
Yep.
that's how it worked. You saw up them cities, Atlanta, Houston, you saw up them cities now, you got something. So Nike had them sold up, and then when Sonny went to Adidas, that's what he took first. He took Chicago, he took LA, he took New York. He took the main cities to made
Yep.
them, made them a competitor towards each other.
So, did you play?
Yeah,
And where? And what high school?
yeah. I graduated from Carver. You know, when I graduated from Carver, we was the best team in the Red South. We won the Red South. You had Simeon back then. You had, Simeon. You had all the teams in the Red South back then. It was a little different. And then I went junior college, went to Southern Idaho. You know, that was one of the top JUCOs in the country.
Yep.
So yeah, I did a good job there. I was probably one of the top in assists and steals back then. Um, and then back then, it was you had the reason why I had to go JUCO because you had all this work, all this Prop 48. It was a lot of stuff in
Yeah,
play
yeah,
back then. And then, going from Chicago to Idaho was kind of a different experience for me. So for me to continue, I would have to do, yeah, I would have to do a little more education. So I decided just to pursue the education regularly with just regular school without playing because at that time my best friend Antoine Walker went to the NBA. So
yep,
when Antoine went to the NBA, when 19 years old, 19 like Mike, just come with me, and
yep,
let you, handle some things off the court where you can get some stuff going,
yep,
and I was like, I don't know about that, but I still knew I was still gonna go to class or do whatever. Then I decided to go up there with Antoine. Then my other best friend along that process, Sean Marion, ended up getting drafted. So then it was like I was like, one of the great point guard in junior college to now I'm like, one of the great promoters in the country. I went from doing all that to start promoting parties and doing everything, making money because now my best friends was in the NBA. So it was, it was a kind of exciting transition for me.
so you and I, off subject, share a player. Do you know who that is?
I don't.
Let me pull it up.
Danny Wolf.
And that's my 7-year-old. So Danny came to me when he was 8
Wow.
and, tall
Yeah.
and could handle the ball and
Hmm.
could shoot. Um, and everyone wanted him to be a big. And I'm like, fuck you mean? He's gonna be 7 feet fucking tall, man.
Right. Right.
No, I so my team with him, are you ready? Him, Nick Martinelli, Bobby Durkin, Cooper
Wow.
Nord,
Wow.
Jackson Pavletsky, who's at Ohio now.
Wow.
Dude, we had a whip, but then we met Pettigrew and the Speed, and they showed us a little.
That was a whip. That was
Dude,
a whip. That was a whip.
I tell these kids, dude, y'all don't know what it used to be, man. Like
Nah.
AAU Nationals in Orlando. Like y'all
Right.
don't know.
That's that man. That's where it was at. And Danny, you had Danny. Danny was an excellent player. I mean, unique player, very unique.
Dude, I let him. So our rule was you want to bring the ball up. Yes. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you got to rebound it. You rebound it. I don't give a fuck what you do. Dude, like Dennis Rodman. He's grabbing everything. And Tina and Joe are like, what's going on? And I'm like, right. We actually, my little guy and I, they invited us. We were in New York for the draft. What a cool moment. I will say I was nervous
Mhm.
because it was getting late in the night. It was getting late in the night. You know who else played on that team with Martinelli and them?
Who?
Jeremy Fears,
Wow. Wow. That was a great team. That was a great
right?
team.
Like it would be
That
impossible today to put
yeah.
a team like that together with all these parents and their
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough.
clueless egos.
Yeah, it's tough putting teams together now. It's definitely tough.
So everyone thinks they're better. Here, I have a story that you will relate with.
Mm,
So there's a high school kid I know. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to, but I would like to mention his name to put him out there. He's been ghosting D3s that have been texting him, and
mm.
they're like, "Yeah, dude, we like him," but so we go to talk to him, bro. What do you think he says? Come on, man.
What?
I think I'm a D1 player. I'm like, dude, bro, like no one's called you.
No, no,
Like
hey,
any
go prove
camp,
that you right.
right?
Go kill
Any
and be
camp you've
one.
been invited to, they said, "Hey, motherfucker, your mommy and daddy have to pay for that shit."
Nah.
So that's not a
Right,
free camp.
right, right.
So I had to have such a hard conversation with this young man, and a lot of people they're like, F them. No, man, they're 17. He doesn't have the right guidance, so why not jump in, right?
Right, right,
No,
right.
but when I found out he's like ghosting some of these D3s, and listen, I'm gonna keep it real. So my kid's biracial. I'm not paying for college. This dude, I was like, dude, what are you doing?
Right,
He go, bro,
right.
check African American on the box. Here's all your fucking money, dude. They want to give it to you.
And I think people now is getting everything kind of messed up because when my father started all this, and I was telling somebody this other, it's about education. Like you go get an education first, and I think that's the message that's been messed up through all this with so much going on. Education first, and then sports. So now they putting sports ahead of education. So I don't like where that part is going because I understand it's life after basketball. And a lot of people don't understand you can't dribble forever. So that's the message I think that's kind of messing up.
I always say, man, the basketball runs out of air.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way of saying it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you outgrow your gym shoes.
yeah, yes, yeah,
So I
yeah,
mean, I try to explain to like even these scholars, even the kids you had at Kenwood. I mean, I did love Day Day. Let me tell you, I love Day
yeah,
Day games.
yeah.
Oh
That
my
is
god, I love Day Day.
special.
Kind of reminded me of Derek Randolph with the hezzy and the handles.
Yeah.
Um, I loved, but none of those kids could have played with Jalil Okafor, Billy Garrett Jr., Jalen.
I would never tell none of them
No,
that,
but
you
dude,
know.
listen, none of these kids know what a real
You
dog
know, I
is.
love all my kids the
Yeah,
same. But that, with Jaleel and Billy, that was special. That was special kids. That was, you know.
so I want to tell you a story of you guys and us. It's late at night in Bigfoot Hoops.
Hmm.
We're at Durango High School, I believe. Nick was coaching the team.
Hmm.
You remember Jeff Carpenter? Do you remember that name?
Yeah, I remember Jeff. Yeah.
So he was coaching for us. And I'm with Scott Lidskin at the time, and we go and we sit on the bench. And it's a close game and it's a packed house. It's the last game of the night. And
Hmm.
I'm on the bench and I'm like, holy Santa Claus shit. I am going to eat the Mac Irvin fire. And y'all were loaded. And
Right.
I'm like, oh my God. Um, bro, one of your kids I think, I forgot who it was, maybe Billy, hit a half court buzzer beater. No. And I was just like, goddamn basketball gods. You mother. I mean, the night ended the same. I ended up getting hammered. I would have got hammered either way.
Yeah.
But bro, I would have been a little bit happier when I got hammered.
What a
But
win, right?
I know you guys play in big games all the time, but for me, that was my like first experience. I think I was like
uh,
9, maybe
uh,
50. And I was like, oh, I remember packed house, every dunk, every shot, everyone's going nuts. And I'm like, holy shit, we're about to win. We're up 2. Oh, here we go. I was like, and you guys are so arrogant and fucking cocky. And I was like, ah! Such an
Man,
awesome
I'm
moment.
glad we had some moments like that.
So
I'm glad
such an
that,
awesome moment, man. I
yeah,
treasure all that
yeah,
stuff, man.
yeah,
Not everyone gets to experience that stuff.
yeah, yeah.
You know? Um, what do you think your favorite or most memorable team you've ever had?
Uh, Most memorable team is Jabari Park. I mean, when Jabari played with us, you had Jabari on that team, you had Jaleel on that team, you had Jabari Jalil. I think we even had
Was it Billy on that team?
yeah, yeah. Billy Garrett had
He
Billy
was
Garrett. We had Sterling Brown. We had
yes from Proviso.
yeah, we had man, that team was loaded. I'm getting looking, but that team was low. But with Jabari, I think Jabari was he was special. It's I still haven't seen someone who was so dominant. And we had people who dominated, like Jaleel dominated, Cliff Alexander dominated,
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson dominated. But Jabari was that was a different kind of dominating. He was just he was special. He was a pleasure to watch, and he made everybody around him better. So that's the team he was on was just a special team.
Um, he always played with class.
Yeah, yeah,
Jabari played with class.
class. Yeah,
Never made it about Jabari Parker, which he
no,
totally could
he
have,
totally could have, totally
right?
could
I
have.
mean, he was such a professional at a young age. Um, I remember, I think I was at Lincoln Park with Libatino, and I remember I had a list of kids I wanted to go get, and I had him on it. And I was new, and everyone's like, "Are you out of your fucking mind? He's going to Simeon." I'm like, "Oh, I don't care, man."
I still want to recruit him.
Bro, I didn't have a chance. I wish I would
Yeah.
have had a chance to meet Sonny because I think I would have hustled Sonny a little good, a little,
Mhm.
little better because I don't really do well with no.
Yeah.
My wife will tell you that. She said no at least 3 times in her life, and we have 3 kids. Um, bro, you're those teams, man. And I'll tell you, man, that Day Ames,
hmm
man, he
Yeah.
went to Kansas State, and where's he at now? UNC,
Day at California now.
California.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
there. You see what happened to the Bakersfield coach?
Yeah, I seen. I didn't read the whole thing, but I seen he resigned. He stepped down, assistant coach. I
But
know
you
some
saw
of the.
why, right?
Yeah, I seen. Yeah,
Okay.
I seen parts of it. Yeah, I'm
I
just
mean, I
like,
know it's a grind,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
what do you do as a head coach, right?
Um, for
You
a
get a
head coach.
call. Hey, man, listen, your assistant's a pimp. Oh, I know, dude. He likes swimming. No, 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 no. He's a pimp.
You know what? I don't. That's personal what he was doing. I don't know
Yeah,
for sure he was doing it.
yeah,
What was going on?
yeah,
I didn't get into all the details. I heard, a
yeah.
lot was
Someone
going
sent it
on.
to me today. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I'm not. He in the coaches fraternity. So I don't. I would have to
Right?
read everything. I would have to
Yeah,
get.
no
Yeah,
doubt.
I would have to get all the. The. I got to read everything first before I form an opinion.
Man, I wish everyone did that, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, when that was sent to me today, I sent it to a bunch of Division 1 assistants, and I said, "Hey, don't be like this guy."
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah.
What do you think your favorite moment in all these years? You have like a favorite moment,
Um,
or maybe two?
the, favorite moment. Mm, I mean, my favorite moment because I think Jabari was one of the first kids I coached.
Where did he play when he was younger?
Simeon. He
No, no, I
played.
know that. No,
Oh,
like AAU. Where did he play
he
when
he played with us. He came over to us in eighth grade.
8th grade?
Right
Okay.
after eighth grade, yep. So he was
Okay.
playing with Sonny first, and then Sonny sent him
Oh, I
over to
forgot he
us.
had like Chicago Express or something.
Yeah, that was Sonny. Whatever that
Yeah,
was, that was
yeah.
Sonny. Yeah.
Forgot about that.
And then Sonny after grammar school, he sent his kids to us. I think a proud moment is when I was there early on to watch. I was in a uh, green room to watch Antoine Walker get drafted.
Yep.
To watch Sean Marion get drafted, then the list go on and on after that. I think then to start coaching, to watch. Jaleel get drafted. I mean, Jabari Parker get drafted, and then here come Jaleel. Then here come the next. So I think them proud moments, them moments that you watch a kid and you see him get his name called, and you was part of the process. I think them super proud moments because now you made it to the big dance. You made it to the so it's only 300 people in the NBA, 400 I think. That's
Right.
so to get to that was proud moment at that time. So now it's just watching these kids go to college. But I think then was the special tags. I think Jabari was my first AAU pro at that time from coaching.
So good, man. If I said, Mike Irvin, you got to put together an all-star team all time of Mac Irvin Fire players, and I want 7 of them. Who would be on that team?
Um, well, it's kind of tricky
And
because
nobody get offended. It's my
but
question.
you
No one
can't
get
defend it
offended.
because people don't remember Mac Irvin Fire was also part of IIT Summer League. So IIT Summer League was the big summer league out of Chicago
Okay.
where you take college players and play against all the pros.
Okay.
So that's when I had, you know, that's when I started coaching. But if we take that away, I keep that off just strictly high school. You saying the best fire players or the
No,
best?
yeah, but if I said, "Yo, you need to put together 7 of the best players that's ever put on a Fire jersey," who would that 7 be?
I mean, you got to go with Jabari Parker. He won in the country. You got to go
Yeah.
Jaleel Okafor. He won in the country. Got to go to Cliff Alexander. He ranked 2 in the country.
Did you ever watch him play in 8th grade?
Who?
Cliff?
Cliff. I didn't.
Bro, he couldn't walk and chew gum.
Wow.
Bro, and
Wow.
then, like, he had a growth spurt and, like, figured out life
Mm-hmm.
and was a monster.
Wow.
Yeah, he couldn't
Wow.
walk and chew gum, dude. He was
That that
terrible.
that's yeah. And I know he became great. I mean, quick,
Great.
quick.
He lived out west, right? I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
He lived out west. He lived out west, and then you move on to so you got them out of the way. Then you move on to mm, then everything get tricky because no, well, don't get tricky. You got to throw Jalen Brunson in there.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Jalen Brunson he right there with them. He right
Yes.
there. He when you mention AU, he right there with them. Then
Yep.
you gotta throw Wayne Blackshear in there. He was in there somewhere. Wayne Blackshear was special.
Hold on.
Uh,
Well, I'm gonna stop you because I'm gonna
uh-huh.
share a story that has to do with you and your brother.
Uh-huh.
So I'm at the Chops Billinger shootout that Vince hosts, and it
Yeah.
was at North Park. I was coaching at Lincoln Park, and
Yeah.
I'm sitting up in the stands scouting, and there's chirps. You start getting chirps.
Mm-hmm.
Curry's supposed to be there. Now there's chirps that Wayne's not there. There's
Mm-hmm.
chirps, and everyone's like, "Yeah, he transferred to Morgan Park." I'll never forget the chaos that ensued over a child. And
No.
I always say to people, I always say, if a kid doesn't want to be somewhere, let him go,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bro. Like,
I don't, you know what? When it comes to transfers, and I tell everybody this, I grew up in Chicago.
yep,
I watched King High School.
yeah,
The
man.
number one player in the country, Marcus Liberty, transferred. Number one player in the country back then. He goes from Crane to ML King. You had Simeon. I watched the '84 championship where they had Tim Hardaway. They was playing against Carver, my alma mater. And Simeon starting 5 was all transfers. In '84,
I didn't know that.
all five, all five was transfers in '84. So, or was that '85? I'm sorry, it was '85 with Tim Hardaway now. So when you come Nick Anderson, he transferred from Prosser to Simeon. You have so many kids transfer. So it's just like it's part of Chicago, and I would tell anybody this, right? I think kids have to be comfortable in where they play. if a school, if I'm at a school and I can't provide a kid enough comfortability to play his way into a scholarship to be the player he wants to be, and somebody else can do it, I'm all for that kid. I'm about the kid first. I'm all for that kid. So that, we grew up on that. We grew up in Chicago. That's what we sing. That's what we know. If and that's basketball. Period. If you don't like somebody, you don't like the way you're being coached. This America, land of the free, like home of the brave. Like with it's free. That's why USA stand for free. You can get up and go. If you don't want to
Right.
work somewhere, quit. You work, stop. So if somebody don't want to play for somewhere and it don't work out, it's okay. If another coach can bring the best out of a player and I can't, I'm all for that next kid going somewhere to bring the best out of them. Because I'm about the kids. I'm not about the system. I'm about the kid.
No, is your what do you think is the craziest basketball story you have?
Um,
And then I'll tell you Gavin Sullivan's because he just mentioned you.
you say what?
You know Gavin Sullivan from Mid Pro?
Yeah, yeah.
His craziest story involves you.
Oh
So I
wow.
want to know what your craziest story is.
Uh, my craziest story. Man, I really, you know what? I really,
Come on.
nah, I really don't
Got
have
anything?
the craziest story. I don't know. It's a lot of stories,
Give me
dealing with
one. Give me
AAU.
a good one.
I go when I mean I got a million stories, the craziest AAU story, the craziest high school story, the crazy.
AAU.
Um, man, I don't really have nothing crazy crazy I could think of at the moment that I could think of. Um,
What's your most memorable? How about that?
the most memorable high school. Um,
High school, AAU, whatever.
high school AAU most memorable. Um, King High School, Coach Landon Sonny Cox. You know, um,
I worked with Amari last year. Sawyer.
you worked with Amari Sawyer.
Yeah, he was security. I was a PE teacher there. He was security.
Okay, so you asked me about transfers. King was the best in the world at that. Coach Sonny Cox. Rest in peace, Coach Sonny Cox.
Yep.
He was he was one of the best coaches here in Chicago. Um, the most memorable moment for me is when Nick and them won state championship at Morgan Park, and
Mm.
this
You know who
one,
my guy is?
huh? Who
You
was
know who
that?
one of my guys is?
Who?
Rodell Davis.
Rodell Davis. Rodell was one of the
Yeah.
coaches.
Yep.
You
That's what
know,
made me think
he,
of it.
he,
I
he
coached RJ. I coached RJ forever.
yeah, he was one of the coaches. I think my most memorable high school moment when I was younger,
Here we go.
and it got two moments when I watched my brother Byron score 50 points in a game when I was younger. And
Did
then
he
as
go
a,
to Carver too?
huh?
Did everyone go to Carver?
No, Byron went to Julian High School.
Okay.
Yeah, high school. He was phenomenal in high school. One of the top scores in the state at 32 a game. And he scored 50 in a high school game without a 3-point line, which was unbelievable. And he was putting up crazy numbers 40, 40, 40, 50. So that to hit 50 by that time with no 3-pointer was amazing. But I watched Jamie Brandon go on a run. I watched at King High School, and I watched them go on a run during that state championship year. And Jamie Brandon was probably the run he went on. I still haven't seen it to this day. The individual run he had. I mean, when he took down Westinghouse, and Westinghouse, it was loaded. They had
Who was
Lynn
the coach at
Moffitt.
Westinghouse? Was it Kandati?
Kadadi, yeah, they had a guy by the name of Lynn Moffitt. Then he take down CVS with Vernell Brett and Jawan Howard and them, and the Lampleys, and he was on a run. I mean,
Yeah.
offensively what he did during that run. that was hard to match. But then you had a Jalen Brunson come along and had the same similar run scoring wise to win a state championship. So individual performances like that was, this kind of stay in my head as memorable moments.
Awesome.
Um, I watched Namari Barnett win a state championship for Moyne Park. Him and Marcus Watson got their name called when
Wasn't
everybody
he
got hurt.
from? He was from California, right? And he transferred here.
Who?
Namari.
No, Namari Barnett started out at Moyne Park.
Who's the? Didn't you have a guys have a dude come from Cali and transferred to Chicago?
Marcus Levette.
There
Marcus
you go.
Levette.
Yeah, there
Marcus
you.
Levette. He
He
was
was
good.
good.
Marcus Levette was good. He was, I mean, I watched so many great games, but that's them type of games kind of, stood out to me. Individual performances, there was just, Jabari, what he did in Vegas. Oh man, Jabari. Oh man, he probably had the best individual performance Vegas ever seen. So when it's all about individual performances with me that sticks in my mind.
Man, I love hearing those old stories. Every day I was in the gym for PE at King, I just stared at the banners. Every day.
Oh man.
I'm telling you,
Oh
every day, it didn't matter. Every day, I would look at
yeah.
the score, I'd look at the banners, and I'd look at the thing that said, like USA Today champions or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, who do you think, besides Marcus Liberty, Jamie Brandon, who do you take those out? Who do you think three of the top players from King are?
King.
Yeah,
I played the King. I was on that state championship team with
I
Jamie
didn't know
Brandon.
that.
I was a freshman. Yeah. Um, the top three players at King got to go with Mari Sawyer. Mari Sawyer was
Ah,
unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's
ah,
probably one of the best point guards that I seen play high school. Like he high school. Strictly high school. But when you start talking about King, you got the 7 foot of Rashard Griffin. You
ooh,
got you got Marcus Liberty, you got Teddy Grubbs, you got Ephraim Winters. Then you can
oh,
go on to
bless him,
the
bless his soul.
Leon Smith, who got drafted in the first round out of high school. Now that's a memorable moment. Leon Smith, shit, he
Dallas
had some
Mavericks.
memorable moments. You
Yep.
know, um, I mean, King was just loaded. King was loaded. I mean, you could name 50 players that really could be in that. I mean, it didn't stop with King. Sonny Cox was always ahead of the game when you had him. King was King, Simeon, Don Pittman over at South Shore, all them kept players. That's when Chicago was at its very high.
I miss it, man. Like, God, just even
Yeah,
hearing those names, like,
yeah.
oh, it was so awesome. I remember going to Moody Bible for summer league, and everyone had their high school jerseys, and there was the fire. I'll never forget that. It was Lincoln Park, Mount Carmel, and then you had Mike Shaw, Jeremy Richmond.
oh,
Oh
oh,
man, dude,
oh man, oh Mike Shaw, Jeremy, them was the days. We had Mike Shaw, Jeremy Richmond, then we had Myers Leonard.
Myers Leonard. Yep,
Yeah, we had Wayne Blackshear on that team. We had that team, Tim Hardaway Jr. People don't remember that.
I
He
didn't
was
know
on
that.
that team. Oh yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. was on the team back then. Crandall Head. It was just,
Randall Head. Oh
yeah,
my God,
yeah,
him
Reggie
and his brother were
Smith.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Had a little Reggie Smith with a unbelievable vertical Sam Thompson,
Sam
Jamie
Thompson, Ohio
Crockett.
State. Yeah,
Yeah, Jamie Crockett, DePaul. So we had so many moving parts and pieces. Amar Starks, who was an excellent trainer now,
yep,
was on that team.
yeah,
So
I saw
I
that.
mean, yeah, that that
Mhm.
was that was a great team. Yeah.
If I said you had to FaceTime the most famous person in your contacts, who's the most famous person in your contacts?
The most famous person in my contacts. I know a lot of famous people, so
I know you do. I know you do.
yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
I know a lot of them. Talk to a lot of them. Uh, um, Most famous person. Um, That's hard to say. That's hard to say.
Give me one.
Oh,
Give me one. Name
give you
one.
one.
Give me one.
See, with me, when you say famous, I try not to. I try not to call them famous because they are my friends. Everybody's my friend.
Blah
So
blah 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 blah.
yeah,
Blah.
yeah,
Come on, give me one. Give me one.
everybody's my friend. So
Yeah, give me
it's
one.
it's
Yeah,
hard
give
to
me one.
say.
Everyone wants to know one.
I man, you
We know the
go,
Jabari, Jalil, Jalen
yeah,
Brunson.
all them,
We know
yeah,
that. We know
yeah.
that. But who else?
Um, man. I know every college coach in America,
Yep.
every ex NBA player.
So give me one
Um,
name. The most famous person.
um, the most famous. It had to be Biggie Smalls. He not here, but Biggie was Biggie. I mean, Biggie was Biggie. I mean, shit, he was, you know,
Brooklyn, we did it,
yeah, yeah,
dude. That's awesome.
yeah, man, See, and then with me, I've done a lot of parties and promotions. So I
Mhm.
done parties with the best of them,
Yep.
from Jay-Z. Anybody came to Chicago, we didn't put our hands on, me and my partner. So we done parties with everybody, did business with everybody. It ain't probably not one artist I haven't did business with. Whoever the artist was, I done did business with.
How about my boy that I coached in 8th grade, Lil
Oh,
Reese?
Lil Reese, that's my boy.
Tavares
Lil Reese,
Taylor,
Lil
man.
Reese used to play. He was good. Yeah.
Bro, Mike, I recruited him and two other kids from their elementary school, 63rd and Normal.
Mm-hmm.
They were coming to Lincoln Park as a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
In Libatino always said nothing matters until they step foot in the building the first day. So they were in. We're in. I'll never forget this shit as long as I live. So he's Tavares to me. He's not Lil Reese. So he was, my kid. He played, a little AAU on the side with me as well. I drove him everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So one day we have fall workouts, and he's like, "Mr. London, can I go get some water?" I'm like, "Dude, yeah, go get fucking water. Like, why are you asking this?" So, Mike, within like a minute, I hear chaos ensue. So I peek my head out of that little ass gym at Lincoln Park, and
Mm-hmm.
this dude had knocked some dude cold out, and the kid's teeth were
Wow.
next to him like Tic Tacs.
Wow. Wow.
So Tavares got asked to leave. I think he ended up at CVS, maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I
Homeschool.
never saw or heard from him after that. And then I was teaching in Woodlawn years ago where I met my wife,
Mm-hmm.
and these kids were listening to some shit. And I was like, what the fuck is that? What are you listening to? And they're like, Lil Reese, he's from Chicago, off of 63rd. I'm like, let me see. And they showed me the Spotify, and I'm like, Tavares? I'm like, Tavares Taylor? And they're like, no, he's Lil Reese. I'm like, no, he's Tavares. He was 5'10" and could jump out of the gym. That's who he
Yeah,
was.
man, right, right. I always used to bump into him a lot. I did a lot of events with him and Lil Durk actually. So I didn't bumped into him a lot, and he still talk about basketball, still talk
As
about
he,
playing. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
always tell people I want to run into him with my son because him and I will hug it out forever. But I don't want to get shot either, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Robo, like he's like
I
Swiss
mean,
cheese.
but he's doing a good job of avoiding shooting.
Now he is. Now
Yeah,
he is.
now he is. Now he
Dude,
is.
dude
Now he
gets
is.
caught slipping in the south suburbs. Pop, pop, pop. I'm like, dude, what are you even back here, man? Chief
Right.
Keef's chilling in Cali.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, Biggie Smalls. So, how many Irvins are involved in basketball in the basketball world?
Well, you got all of us. You got Nick who coached at ASU.
Yep.
You got Lance who coached Division 1 for 20 years. You got my
Yes.
my brother who was a sports agent, retired now. He's helping out with the Fire Byron first round draft pick when he was coming out. You got my brother Mac, who runs the girls side of AAU, which he got a phenomenal team. He had a top five player in the country this year on his team. And then you got me, and then you got my sister, who's involved in all sports at CPS. So yeah.
Isn't 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 there Corey Irvin at Chicago State?
Oh well, that's my sister-in-law. That's Mac's wife.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's my sister-in-law. So she the head coach at Chicago State. Yes.
God
Yeah.
bless him, man. Hopefully, he can turn that program around. I mean, it would
I'm
be
making
so
a
great.
prediction. I'm going all out. She will make the NCAA tournament this year. Y'all heard it first on this. You can play it once Chicago State make the NCAA tournament this year. You can go and rewind and say,
100%.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I listen, man. I believe you so much. I will say one thing about Mike Irvin. You do have hard conversations, but you speak the truth.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man, it would be so great for the city. And
Yeah.
it'd be great for someone to turn that school into something to give the South Side something to cheer
To,
about.
to cheer about, yeah. Yeah.
Man, right there, 95th and King. It's such prime.
Oh man. Man. That'd be amazing.
I wanted Rodell to get that Chicago State job really bad.
Yeah, yeah, he should have because he's doing a great job where he's at now. But I thought he should have got it.
Doing a phenomenal job. I met Lance, your brother, last year at Northwestern. Um,
Hmm.
I went up for practice, and him and I chatted forever. And he is like a savant with the game. The stuff
Yeah,
he was explaining to me. It was him and
yeah.
Pat Ambrose from Stevenson.
Oh yeah,
Man, and
yeah,
I was just like a sponge. Like
yeah.
a lot of guys are like, "Oh, I'm better than this guy," and these old heads. Oh, I was like this.
Listen to everything,
Yeah,
right?
man. Like I want to be great, right? And
Yeah,
always learn from everything,
yeah.
right? Man, um, what's your thought? Well, first of all, since Chicago is Irvin town, what's your favorite restaurant in Chicago?
My favorite restaurant is RPM steak, seafood, you know. I'm a big lettuce entertain you guy, you know, so I visit all the restaurants they
Yeah.
got, you know, so but I like the RPM.
If I said, "Hey, man, give me a soul food place on the South Side," where would you send me?
Um, that's crazy because I really don't eat too much soul food.
What,
Yeah, I haven't been to eat no soul food here because you know why? Because I can cook my own soul food. So I haven't really been nowhere. I mean, you got the breakfast spots. You got like peaches for breakfast, soul food. I haven't really dined at no soul food places.
all right, I have a question that I you will have an answer for. Harold's Sharks or Uncle Remus?
Definitely Harold's. I'm a South Side guy. I don't know nothing about Uncle Remus. Ain't been there. Ain't seen it. And Sharks is just like the Italians say, putting ketchup
Yeah.
on spaghetti. That's using that for tomato sauce is not. I can't eat Sharks is not. I'm a Harold's guy. South Side.
Bro, so years ago, um, I went to the Harold's, the good one, 80 something. I can't remember. So I go to the good one and I order and I say, "Yeah, let me get that fried hard." Dude, the black people come out of the kitchen and are like staring at me like I was an alien. They're like, how do you know that? How do you
Right.
like, dude, I want that shit fried hard. And I go, I want lemon pepper on that. They're like,
Right.
they ended up giving me my meal for free. They were so impressed. I'm not lying.
What?
No, dude, I got a 6 piece, fried hard, loaded up with mild on the side, and then
Hmm.
lemon pepper all over.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll never forget that. They literally they came out of the kitchen and they're like, "Are you real?" I
Right.
was like, "Yeah, man. I'm cultured. I'm cultured, man." What's your thought of prep school?
um, Prep school. I'm not a big fan if they don't go to school. I'm not for basketball first, and then education second. And then I think with kids going to prep school, I just think you take away the funness of what high school should be. You got plenty of time to be a pro. So I think you turn it into super seriousness in high school. That's kind of tough because they're gonna have that 15 year where it got to be nothing but actually 19 you count college where you got to be super serious. The prep schools, what's going on now, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not. If I had my kid and I had my son and he was good, if you good, be good enough in Chicago and that'll be it. Like if you gonna make it out of Chicago, you know, and that's how I feel about it. But I wouldn't. I'm not a fan of out of state prep school. I'm just not.
Every kid I've interviewed so far, so I interviewed Brady Pettigrew, Ethan Vall, Ben Ojala, Noah Young, Cody Rader. They all say the same thing.
Mm,
All even Ojala. Ojala said like Cleveland and Thompson leaving, like he wanted to play against them,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
And I was shocked, man. Like they were gave me some real mature answers, and they and you changed my mind. I was all
yeah.
about going to play on that EYBL Scholastic thing, but then you're right. Listen, man, AAU is enough. You're gonna
It's enough. It's
yeah,
enough. They
you're
didn't
gonna
turn AAU into this. Ain't what my father and them envisioned about AAU right now. Like, no,
ten
it's
days in
not,
Georgia, 10 days
huh?
straight. Isn't beach jam like 10 days straight?
Yeah, that's a lot. No, that's a lot. That's a
Oh,
whole lot. What it's turned into is, it's that's enough for kids. It's already stressful trying to get scholarships out of high school, which is already hard to do.
yeah.
Now you're doing that all year round under stress and duress, and that's a lot. I don't know. I would love to see the numbers 5 years from now. Who makes it? Who don't make it? I would love to see them numbers.
You know who I love?
Oh,
I just remembered. Precious Sam.
oh, Big P, Big Precious, yeah,
You
yeah,
know what?
tough,
He reminds me of the AAU players from 10 years ago.
yeah, yeah,
Big,
yeah,
strong, athletic, wants to
yes,
kill
plays hard,
you.
yeah,
Yeah, I watched him in something. I forgot. I think y'all were playing Elevate or Fundamental U. And I was just like, I was hitting my 7-year old, like, hey man, watch this dude. This is a dude.
yeah, man,
This is like
tough,
the definition of a dude.
yeah, yeah, tough, tough.
We're he ended up leaving this prep school, right, to go to another
Yeah,
one.
he went to another prep school. He went to a prep school in California. See, that's the thing about prep school. Nobody has never say. I never seen a person stay at one prep school. You leave at the next year. That's just the way it is because it's nothing what you thought. I don't know nobody finish at the same prep school if they left early and finished. I don't know. Who has done that. I'm not sure, but I know that every kid who goes to prep school leaves again. And that same case is modest. The same case is um man, you can go on. I mean, Trey went there. JJ Taylor went there.
AJ Taylor.
Yeah, a lot of kids started out at prep school and then just go on and move to the second one. Even Tyrone Stokes. He left prep school, went to another one. Now, one thing I would say, the state of California, all them kids staying at their school. They not going nowhere. All them kids right now with them that's in the top 10, they all stayed at their regular high school. I mean, I
Man,
wouldn't leave fun. I wouldn't leave fun in the sun either.
I mean, shit, if I was from the Sierra Canyon, I probably wouldn't be leaving either.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
No.
Um, Last thing I want you to leave everyone with. If you could give a message to upcoming basketball players, what would it be? Something powerful.
My message to upcoming basketball players is just to be the best version of yourself.
Mm,
Don't try to follow everybody else's path.
mm,
Build your own path. Be the best version of you. Man,
yep.
make sure that you working hard, playing hard, And education. I mean, because I can't speak on that big enough. Where you got to get an education. If you leave this game, get you. They giving out degrees. Get your degree. Get
Yep.
your education because that's worth more than anything. I didn't seen too many players come along, fall that made it to the league, didn't make it to the league, and couldn't do anything. But if you got that piece of paper, they can't take that away.
Man, my father used to say that. He used to say, I don't care what you want to do, you go get that degree because they can't take it away.
Yeah, can't take it away. And I just hope this generation understands that and get that because right now it's basketball first when it should be second.
Well, Mike, a few things. One, I'm super appreciative because
Yeah.
I mean, I love that you joined me. I love that you got back to me immediately, and I loved your
Hmm.
message, bro. Like you're so misunderstood.
Hmm.
I'm so glad we were able to talk so I could put you out there so everyone
Uh-huh.
can know the truth about Mike Irvin and
Hmm.
not the shit they hear from others or on social media.
Right.
Every every college coach that I talk to loves you. Uh,
Yeah.
one of my boys is John Clancy at Ball State.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who was with your bro at Western.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, man, I got to put this guy on. I respect the shit out of you. I've been a fan. And I was like, I need people to understand who this guy really is.
Yeah, yeah, and they probably just don't know who I am because
Exactly.
I don't talk a lot, you know. I talk, when I'm coaching and something like that, but just, just interacting with a lot of people, But that comes with the territory, so I'm fine with it.
100%, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to leave you with this. Fidati and I talk about you all the time.
Uh-huh.
He's my guy. Like, I'm
Yeah,
so
that's my
happy we
guy.
ended up.
Yeah, yeah. Fadati's a good person.
He
Yeah.
left Kenwood to go to Alcott to teach PE because he lives like a 5-minute walk and he has a 1.5-year old.
Oh, I
And
know.
man, that's called like he stepped down from a great position.
Yeah, but I heard Fadati was a great baseball coach too.
Great.
Right. So I really hope that he gets back into baseball because I think that's what he loves doing. And I think one day he could do both.
100%, man. But
Yeah.
just know that your ears should be burning because we're talking about you in Roscoe Village. We always talk about you, bro. Always, always. And we just
Yeah.
joke. And I mean, Fidati's a huge fan, man.
Yeah. 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 That's my guy.
All right, bro. I have to go yell at a bunch
Uh,
of fourth graders
okay. All right. Thanks a lot.
all over. So
All
I
right.
will see you soon. And thank you again.
Okay. All right. Talk to
All
you.
right, brother.
Okay. All right.